Alright, welcome in everyone to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic day, night, wherever it is in your neck of the woods. It's time we jump on into some Age of Wonders 4 once again and check out the changes coming with the Scorpion update. Make sure the game volume is fine. Let me know if you have any troubles hearing me so I can get the kind of mix switched up. But for the Scorpion update, some of the big changes were our movement and defenses. So what we're going to do is we're going to try those out with one of my favorite overall builds that I haven't quite gotten to work yet just because of how expensive certain traits were. But let me show you all here.
Your journey.
The plan today is to utilize a faction I made a long time ago, the Lore Guard and Negotiators. So these guys are all about using rifles to negotiate. It's fantastic. I have changed them ever so slightly simply because come in here and take a look.
What is your
For their traits, they have broken up how movement works. So now you've got movement on campaign, which has been standardized across all units. So even if they have things that were mounts or fast movement before, that only is going to affect their on the battle map, which is great. So athletics here used to be 3 trait points to use. So now it only costs 1. We can use athletics alongside keen-sighted for more accuracy on physical range attacks, and overwhelm tactics for critical hit chance. Plan is we set up a gun line and we let people have it. It's gonna be great.
Your journey.
That is the main focus of the build, and we're going to be taking on one of the challenge realms. Hither you, we're going to go after the... It changes the name, doesn't it? Is the Death Touched one? No, where's my Death Touched realm? There it is, Corpera, the Dead Realm. So we've got in this realm a Scarred Divide. Realm suffered a great scarring in the past, marking it with death and dividing the land. 2 massive land masses, separated by an inhabitable, desolate ocean. We've got Rampant Undeath, so undead units can be all over the place. Curse of Undeath means all your Marauder and Free City units are going to come back from the dead once whenever they're killed in battle. And then we have no respite, so all Empire units are going to heal less outside of friendly domain. We're going to be putting the dead back in their graves using muskets. Alright, we're definitely going to change the realm up just slightly. I want to make this well, we're probably going to keep it on a medium realm because we're not going to want to make this go too long. But we'll go ahead and set it 6 players because we want lots of wars. And then difficulty being on hard. Brutal is just a little bit unfun for my liking. Others might be much better at it than I am, but I'm not quite there. Everything else here looks quite good. I don't like when the Dragon Lords show up, but we'll give them the old musket volley as well. World threat normal. Increase speed, everything's set to... Well, the only thing we're not going to allow is for the realm factions. I don't want... Where's that? Here it is. I don't want Pantheon rulers besides the one I'm bringing in, and I don't want generated rulers. I want those to all be coming from the different libraries, even my own, either the ones I've built myself or that the game's made. Everything else is good. We'll confirm, and we launch in. Do we need to save this? Nah, it's no reason. We shall try out the newly upgraded and newly changed Lore Guard Negotiators. So these guys already have 1 transformation. It's just gold touched. So it's nothing crazy. Only Apollo the leader is going to have access to some extra resistance, and I don't even think you get any... Yeah, because per population in their cities, it doesn't work unless the entire population is gold touched. We don't have to worry about that. We begin with the Home of Enchantment to make our muskets even better, give us Sundering Blades to drop armor, which is going to make the muskets do even more damage. Fantastic. Also, we can set up Spell Tempered Shields to give us a little bit more resistance on shield units. They've made them much more tanky against defensive, like your normal physical attacks and melee, and they made your shield units much weaker against the likes of magical attacks, which we'll get to show off here. We are human. We already saw the tech, the traits. We are going to be the Reavers. We have higher production and mana income, and our units are specialized in focusing down marked units with focused aggression, so if you're marked, you take more damage. Amazing. We also have less Whispering Stones and can go for Total War, so no Imperium penalties from war without war justification. We're still going to try to get the wars justified so we gain Imperium, but we don't have any penalties if it's not. And lastly, War Spoils are a unique resource. We gain them through slaughtering just people in battle, empires, dwellings, and free cities. They can be used to intimidate extort free cities or other empires. They are great. As for the other traits, we've got Fabled Hunters, so we get more resources from clearing infestations, wonders, or nodes. We regenerate extra hit points, which is good to kind of counter what's going on already here. And then we have an extra ranged unit, so hopefully that becomes a musket and is not just an extra one of these Harriers. That'd be really sad. The thing we're going for here is Ruthless Raiders, so they murder without remorse, more interested in loot and plunder than right or wrong. We gain gold and draft per unit of per tier of units killed after successful combat, and we're slightly more evil, but we gain some random hero items, which will be good to boost us along here. Let's jump in. This will be a good opportunity to kind of show off all of those changes as well. They've made the mounts cheaper, so on top of athletics being only 1, most of your mount options are going to be 1 cheaper, unless it has flying. They decided that flying is powerful enough to make it the full 3 cost. You can bring more mounts for battle if you'd like, or you can grab athletics because it only costs 1, and you can have a very, very mobile gun line for battle. It's glorious. Hopefully negotiations will be short. Begin with Summon the Copper Golem. These guys are alright. And then Suppressing Barrage. I believe they can evolve into a higher tier Golem later on. We have to get access to them first. Alright, so we've got Landing Zone Alpha as our first city. Don't have the typical Whispering Stone you can give it to help your stability, so we want to lean into stability as soon as we can. I tend to grab a Workshop and then the Library early on here. And also grab another Observer. Or a Scout. What do we begin with? Mage Lock, Mercenary, and a Harrier. But no supports concerning. As for extra items, we've got the Seed of True Sight, so units he can't route due to low morale and can see invisible units. That could be better. And then some Hardy Leggings. Yes. Some thicker Long Johns. And the musket, of course. So we're going to blast our way through most engagements. Alright, let's get to it. Where to move first? Looks like we've got a few more battles on this side. I would like to have had a couple closer to us, but that didn't quite happen. We'll just travel along the road here. Come over 1 if we want to get involved in this fight. 5 early on's not great. There's also a new unit called the Magic Fighter. So these guys, even in their melee strike, are going to only hit resistance. So you can see they've also got some pretty low overall defenses. They are meant to be a glass cannon unit that rips apart highly defensive shield troops like these undead moles. Which already have some decent resistance because they are ghosts. That's not a lot of fun. Tenacious and Whiteborn. Good old lifesteal. Alright, well that's going to be a bit of a problem. Good news is Apollo is one of our Acidity Lords, so he has some extra traits. A risky battle, it's going to be spicy. They've got two magical fighters and they'll come back from the dead if we don't stand on them. Let's do it. What they don't know is that we are bringing a ballista to the fight. Alright, so we've got our bolt repeater. How far can they move? We are going to want to move to just about here and use the bolt repeater as a shield. It also has a fantastic attack. It lets you rip apart units before. We're going to shoot into the magic attackers first. This comes from, I believe, the Artificer. Here, let's... Ascension trait. Yeah, the Ascended Artificer. Siegecraft deal additional damage. That's going to work for our cannons as well. Move the Harrier into the forest, and then the Mage Lock right up alongside. Observers, you are just going to start spotting. Let's say the shield troops, because they're going to be harder to kill. Scouts for the Reavers don't actually do any damage. They just mark your opponents and allow you to deal more damage to them as they approach. Over this way just a little bit, split their attentions, and pass. Alright, they continue to move up in shield wall. How far can they move to... Well, we'll just kind of keep falling back and marking same unit here, so whenever we do strike them, they take tons of damage. How many can hit? Same. How far can we cast the net? Okay, we're gonna hit there no matter what. Go for our spearmen. We don't get first strike. I'm not the biggest fan of, so let's go ahead and fall back in line. And we'll go for one of these barrages. This is a pretty nasty battle here. Try to pin as many of them as we can. We're not going to have any more mana for another fight, but I don't think we'll be able to go for a secondary fight this turn. Ooh, no one gets banned. That's too bad. Oh, we wait. Your repeater has to spend a whole turn reloading. Alright. So now we have to make sure we clear the way here. So how much damage? What do you want? We can push them back for 20. Let's go ahead and do that. Push them back once. And then we can set up our units to kill these shield lads. We're gonna try to net. How much damage? 25 here, or 25. Let's go ahead and cast the net. We're not going to get to use a repeater this turn, but what we can do is kill these crows. And almost a critical hit chance, 20%. Go! When we graze them. Not amazing. Take down the crows. There's a nice 28. This is a bit spooky. Yeah, they're all gonna tie up our muskets. Smart. Are they all gonna go after them? No, they're gonna stay here and fight. Cool. Heal up 5 per swing, which is devastating for us. Hell, we might have bitten on more than we could chew. Disrespecting Whiteborn tends to go like this. That ain't over, though. Alright, let's go ahead and mark here. It goes on cooldown. Problem is we can't really do enough damage to push the enemy back here. These crows, they'll be back next turn. Heavy musket shot. And we're in trouble. Heal 5, we can kill. We'll be back next turn too. Well, gang, you know what? There's absolutely no way we can win this one. Curses. Here's what we'll do instead. I'm going to surrender, and we're going to start this one over. At the very start. Woo. Save's coming. Underestimate the undead at your own peril. We get a nice clapping of humbleness. Let me reload the beginning of the game now. And we'll try this again. Okay. Apparently, it really doesn't like that we're reloading. All right, gang, give me a couple seconds. I'll get this sorted out. All right, there we go. And also, I didn't even realize that chat was down. That's the worst. So welcome in, Holians and Timosha. Good morning, Estalia. Make Reapers great again. Let's see how things will go. They didn't go great, did they? Does a pretty good job of showing how scary those magical attackers are, though. Glass cannons, indeed, we could kill them in 2 shots, but if they resurrect the next turn, it's a mess. All right, so I do want to do the same thing there. I don't want to fail on that realm, not even a little bit. So we'll just go back to the game start. A little bit sad that we're gonna have to recruit up a unit or two before going into combat, even with the Ascension trait. Reavers do need a little bit of work, but I love the guns. Alright, so we're still going the same direction. It's just gonna be not in our favor to fight that battle. What's going on the other side? It's one of the lost souls. Alright, Ghost, you got us that time. Grab some production here. There's really no battles near to our settlement at all. Pretty unfortunate. We'll send you this way. We have to move our hero. Oh. Well, misclicks in the early game can be dealt with. Awaken tools for extra production, and then we'll come in here and do the same. Workshop, and we need another Harrier, but worse than the Observer. But we need to find. You need some information in the area around us. Summon ourselves a Copper Golem. We cannot just yet. Oh, and they move. I'm not gonna worry about it then. 4 units here. This is a mess. Here is Sunspire, our first. Oh, full of skeletal mages and a Dawn Defender. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take this one on. Low risk battle, we'll see. Undead are brutal. Goes for the static charge heal. Thankfully, not as many means spending a turn or two shooting them isn't going to be as big a deal. They can reach us already. Let's go spears here. Bolt repeater right behind them. They've already used their heals, so let's weaken the front line here. They also will heal if they die, which is slightly annoying. And the mage locks come on round in the gun line. The warlord tactics, and we pass. Alright, there's 9 damage and you're marked. Did it just sacrifice itself? Okay, then. I mean, it does get to come back. That's pretty skeezy. It does get to come back. To immobilize these. Going nowhere. Oh, I had the mage lock. Here's your 42 damage you like to see. Let's go stand on these crows so they can't come back. Just shoot the mage lock from here? I think so. Oh, we get a graze. That's too bad. Defense mode, and we pass. Oh, we got a little bit of a visual change, too. I thought I'd noticed that, but that's like 3 or 4 units now I've seen it on, so yeah, no, they've got a visual change on all of the magical attacks. It's small, but that's pretty cool. Blast them with the repeater. Ooh, just barely out of range. You want to get in their face. We also need to be able to kill the other unit when the next turn rolls around too. Snapshot. You run over here and get the critical hit chance. There it is. Stand on this unit and go for the long-range snapshot, or... There it is. Extra accuracy. So useful. And they're down as well. We can't stand on them, so they'll be back next turn, but... Yeah, I'd forgotten how obnoxious the Curse of Undeath actually was. Especially for our range focus army. And they'll heal. Let's put them down here with the blades. Didn't think they were close enough, and we just use the halberds to kill the other Eldritch Nightmare. That's actually far more like it. We're gonna stay away from these shield boys for a little bit. Oh, what's going on? Interesting. So in testing, I wasn't having this many crashes. That's not good. Yeah, we're not responding again, so Scorpion Beta doesn't seem to like the Reavers very much. Or maybe it's this realm specifically. Don't know exactly what's going on, gang. All right, so once again, let me kill the program, and we'll get things back up and running. Zinch has decided to join us for today's stream. Apologies for the weirdness. Although this might inform you that something is amiss with the Scorpion Beta. Alright, let's try this again. But what I'm going to do this time is instead of going into that realm, we're just going to try the same faction, just going to try an entirely new game.
Choose your destination.
So I am going to go after the... Use this to... Just switch to the Darklands here. So instead of the... I don't know, rampant undeath, we'll deal with rampant eldritch monstrosities. So with the Umbral Abyss, low population, less free cities, which is kind of a bummer for us here, but it'll be alright. We've got the subdued infestations, so less infestations and continents. All of the infestations are down in the underground. Let's try this one, see if it's still causing us a bunch of crashes. I don't want to force you all to just watch me have to keep resetting the game. So let's say if it crashes twice more, we'll go ahead and call it. Advanced setting besides, I just want to make sure that these two are turned off. Everything else good? App size medium. Difficulty hard. And confirm.
Your journey.
Same faction, because I want to make the Reavers good. And begin. Third time's the charm. I mean, so far so good. Everything was fine until we got to the first battle anyway. So, we are Trump of Enchantment, Reavers, Fable Hunters, and Ruthless Raiders that are good at shooting. Copper Golem and Barrage, same as usual. Gotta level up here, but we've gotta fight a army of slithers to get it. That's gonna be fun. Subdued infestations. We got some right off the bat. This is perfect. A way better looking map than what we had previously. Army's exactly the same. What do we get in terms of items? Bloodseeker. Doesn't work with our build that well, and then some hardy armor for some more health. Noise? Let's go deal with slithers then. We could have auto-resolved it just to see if that caused a crash immediately, but this is another way to do it. Alright, Slithers, how do you handle bolt throwers? What say you? You to mark the large slither. I think we'll have that much of a difficulty attacking in the first place. Stay there, and then we'll bring the other muskets in line. Others are not interested in moving. Well, then let's make the most intriguing target our ballista there. Got more resistance on our leader. And then the spears can stay right behind. Yeah, fair enough. Go for the ballista there. They stand just close enough we can hit them. They spread their damage better than I thought they would. Let's go ahead and mark the big slithers once again. Even standing in the bushes, we should be able to have 100% chance to hit. Let's slow that down. The musket's the best. You deserve one as well. Oh, you have slip away, huh? Good thing we have harriers. Hiding in the trees is not going to work here. Pushback actually probably would have gotten away with no damage whatsoever then. That one doesn't have slip away. Was that flank worth it? You tell me. Blows up the trees, too. Because mage locks are the best. Oh, I just... Oh. You know who's gonna get the extra rank? Our scout. Yay, the scout's so... He's so elite.
Uh-huh.
And that's the way it is. We got a couple of magic fighters here with the storm scales. Serpent. We're gonna slow down a little bit after our bit of a hectic start. Crashes, losing. Now he's gonna slow down and win. Here's that one going. Go hide in the woods. Go ahead and mark the elementals. They tend to be hard to hit naturally. Go to here and drop down the bolt thrower. That's the way. Wonder why trying to shoot them directly lower the chance. Either way, we detonate the crystal and deal damage to whatever's next to. And we pass. They reach anything? No, they can't. Alright, well, let's make sure we set up for a good turn then. Musket. Leader to here, you behind, and then we can kind of run in and go for the nets. No spells. Pass. The pass button is over here in Planetfall. Slays the elementals, we don't even have to worry about them. How much damage? 31. But what about if we mark them? It's 36. What is that ballista? This ballista is my pride and joy. It's a bolt. It's a bolt repeater. It shows up whenever you have beaten the game with a faction and they get the Ascended Artificer trait. Siegecraft also get to deal a little bit more damage, which will work for our cannons when we have some. Quick 2-tap there. Area with the net. And then drive these beasties back. Ascended perk of the Pantheon? It is, yes. Yep, Apollo's one of the factions I won with a long time ago. I think it was one of the I was first starting out with. Once again, when I was coming back to Age of Wonders, Age of Wonders was playing through the story campaign again. It's a very fast one, so you get like one transformation at the end, and so we got gold touched. That's a lot of zealots. Never used that Ascension? Yeah, I had neither one. It hasn't really been good, just because. Well, we'll see. It hasn't been that good up until now, just because of the amount of the lack of siegecraft you get. I don't know if the cannon actually counts as siegecraft. We'll find out. Movement speed. People are hating it a lot. Are they? I really only heard mostly positive comments about it. I've only played really one midway campaign with it so far, and I'm enjoying the movement changes so far. It doesn't really... So for the extra movement, I always prioritize movement more for battles than more for the campaign map. So it feels great that you can get athletics for a single point now, when before it was extremely expensive. Try to mark one of the ones that we have not dealt damage to already. Kill them even faster. Now we actually have some decent mana we can use to drop some pinning barrages. Like I said, we got athletics for a single point, so that lets us stack up athletics with overwhelm tactics and keen sighted, so we get extra accuracy on all of our missile attacks. These are physical ones. They don't want to get closer. So they're gonna move up and mug the. So we are going to drop down a pinning barrage here. All resisted it. Nice. So these two definitely, or these three definitely can reach. We'll then fall back. Let our ballista get hit. Do wish we had Overwatch just on the Reavers. No one else really needs Overwatch, but the Reavers could definitely use it. Have you gotten to try out the standardized movement yourself there, Maxine, to see if it was something you're enjoying or it's a miss for you? The change you don't like is this new unit type. Yeah, it feels kind of strange. Even the zealots here being magic fighters. So why are they so tanky? Is it just defense mode? Yeah, it must be. So they're what meant to be a glass cannon. They just feel... the ones they chose to give the trait to just feels kind of strange. The mage lock here wouldn't quite kill, but if we mark them, it might. Mark them. Hit them with the heavy mage shot. Entire squad goes down. Oh, they're gonna resurrect. Really? Or is that just the icon for the death marker in general? Listen, that the rampant on death. He's spooked. Drive them back. Didn't quite do what I was hoping for, so the bolt thrower is not gonna be able to fire. Well, it should. 38 more damage. We can run up and stab him. Sweet. Bolt thrower here. And we pass. But what do you personally not like about the new unit type? I more just think it's kind of strange that only some of our units that deal elemental damage on melee count as magic attackers. It's an interesting design choice for sure. Let's snipe these clowns. I'm gonna go for a flanking net here. And I guess not quite flanking. They're immobilized, we don't have to worry about them chasing. Let's go ahead and fall back. Oh, just kidding. I thought they would be able to hit. 85% on the snapshot, which usually has really bad accuracy. And then they just stab these guys down. Beautiful. Wand of Provocation. Yeah, no, just for any of the factions that don't tend to rely on the mouse in general, you getting access to just a single point athletic, you can use those other points that those other 2 points into something that's either defensive or offensive to further lean into whatever build you're going for is crazy good. Might as well fight both and circle back to the brigand camp. You should be able to stand there, and then the scout can hit both of them. That'll do. Awaken tools once again. I think his abilities like Wind Barrier, who dodges 70% long distance attacks, now dodge as well, that new melee. Oh, they do. Well, that's pretty cool. I have to try it. Once again, workshop. And observer. Want to pick up the decisive command first. That way we can force our mage locks to take another turn and still shoot our own. And we pass. I don't think there's a reason to rush any of this along unless it's extremely cheap. Oh, just barely. Yeah, there's no reason. Did I hit that? Enemies, you need a 100% shield unit or other pure melee units. True. Or I guess you just increase your accuracy in some way with marked, like we've been doing. Low risk battle, it's fighting some trees, maybe not. A lot of damage. Not starting with a support is spooky, I can't lie. We need some growth pretty quickly so we can survive. How to keep recruiting new units. Only one of them advanced. Okay, let's move this way then. Bolt thrower here. And I think we're still gonna blast the spirit dragons here. For support units, they dropped how much defense they had, like, a lot. The best way to take them down is with your physical damage. Physical range from afar. And we've got more units to move. Fly again. Get that Harrier. Yes, we do. The distance, yeah, this shoots like 12 hexes. It's insane. You have to work through Grace a little bit here. Go over here and mark. Instead of stopping them from moving, let's spread that damage to the Harrier a bit. Mark them as many times as we can. There we go. And then we mage lock for 49. Or 66 instead, and then we give him another attack. And we mage lock again. It was huge. I'll move over one step and snapshot him. No one else can get hit. You're so very lucky. Let's go defense mode. Let's increase the chances to hit there. Weaken them with the bolt thrower. And give them the old one tap from afar. Oh, a graze, you're so lucky. Your friend's not, though. Normally, we're dealing 7 damage per swing on our rifles. That's where the damage really lies. Meeting Honorable Storm Beacon. Apollo Con, well, you know what we do to weeaboos. Bring out the heavy flamer. Bunch of plants want to fight next. Let's see if they have any better chances. With probably not, especially with our artillery. Drop down the bolt repeater here. And then just go ahead and blast the poor plants. Hide the trees. And then we'll send you over to Mark. You with the most health. I'm pretty sure we can improve that 12 range with the wind arrows and a couple other things that you get access to here through our research. So now that you're Mark, we get a 55% chance to hit. Way bigger chance to critically hit. 30%. And you're immobilized. They move up to the trees, they can, so let's stay back. That way we can hopefully clear the plants off of our glorious leader if we need to. I don't mind dropping a pinning barrage here. Now you're double immobilized. Oh, and you missed. Let's go ahead and finish them off with our very impressive ballista. Mark the shrubs. Get 65% chance to hit. Okay, hang on now. You hit them from here? All I need to see? Oh, you grazed them. Normally it would be a problem, but I can just command you to use another turn. And we'll move to this position and snapshot these. Oh, another graze. You failed me for the last time. Get a crit. Nope, not this time. Alright, so who deals the most damage to these things? Likely. 20 or 14. 12. Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely the big shrub. But we can't kill the big shrub. Hide in the foliage then and stab them. You might be able to kill the big shrub. No, you can back. Well, let's get rid of the others then. So you now, plants. That's just rude. Come on, Harrier, survive. And then the guns. Where our damage truly lies. Evaporates trees. That's the way. 65 more gold. Now Storm Beacon's gonna be our first major war target. We get close enough to attack them this turn. I don't think so. So let's go ahead and turn around. We're gonna leave the magic material because I don't think we don't stand a chance against that. Nope. We are gonna go back this way. Knock out this brigand camp. It is covered in tentacles. Gonna be great. Not amazing that the Eldritch Abyss is right next to us, but we'll make do. And to pick up the Forester first. To boost things like the library. I want growth, so we're gonna grab the farm. And we're gonna pick up the Mana Forge either way. Well, I can grab two. Sweet. This needs a quarry. We'll put in a quarry here then. Immediately built, so we'll then grab the library. Oh no, it didn't immediately build. I'm now queuing things. Hold on, wizard. Alright, we'll go ahead and grab the Harrier. For some more troops. The fastest way to that camp is, that's where we're going. Level up again. I think next we'll grab some formation. 10% more damage. Yes, please. Gonna look really good on our muskets. Summon in a copper golem for another frontline fighter. Some expendable chaff. A3, we can go knock out the friggin' camp quite easily. Steel bearers are scary. What's the range you have on your transferred seal? 6. Only 5 on the heavy mage lock. We'll see. Look at this map. Mage glass and these likely very delicious mushrooms. Definitely don't taste like pure chaos. Alright, Bolt Thor. Give him our hello. Never miss a hit with the snipers and 20% more critical hit chance. Oh, absolutely. That's something we're going to be working towards. Over here, and then we'll have you zoom over Mark, the spearman. We'll use you as a shield later on if we need to. Oh, you've got a nice heal. Glad we forced him to use it now, though. Can't hit them. Getting right here, though. Yeet. They've been marked. They're gonna run up and stab you in the face. That's not gonna be great. Make them pay for it if they do. I can't take back my turn. I should have got up one more and I could have shot them. We're gonna take the first volley. Hitting volley here. One got immobilized. That does throw them off. I just mark him again. And the new visual effects are awesome. Just ramp up what they had previously by a few notches. Blast right away. Destroy all the obstacles in our path as well. Oh, would you look at that? No more mage. Just what the mage locks are made to do. Mark them another time, and then we can get a heavy shot in here for 51. They're just the best. The spear war, which we of course win. You just took that spear to the face and just gonna T-pose. And you get what you deserve. What say you now, Honor Blades? Brave but foolish. Ready the gun line. Fantastic gameplay. Demoralizing mask. And see, that sounds sarcastic. It's not. That's amazing. That's good stuff. The old gun lines of Planetfall can be here as well. I don't like Umbral Malady. Excuse me. I don't want to take any damage. Disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, Lightbringers. Auto-resolve, do this. What we'd like to see. My unit's stolen. Quite a few fights up there. Also a really good spot for another city. Next to the Silent Tomb. And they've got a Clover, which... Oh, relations with free cities. I care so much about that. And you're winning hearts and minds. some food. Let's go grab that. The nymph hiding on it. Now that's where we're headed next. That watchtower. Ignore storm beacon for now, but they won't even see what's coming. A bit more scouting. We can pick up any of the drops on the map before, or at least the unguarded drops before the AI can. That's gonna be good stuff. 2 turns before we get another population. I could just go spin some Imperium on it. Outpost costs less gold. Founding and upgrading them costs less. That's actually a pretty decent pickup. So let's go for the storehouse here. Yeah, storehouse. We need more growth. And I'm gonna grab one more observer. Eyes on the entire map. Or are you go ahead and hit here, and then we'll go ahead and set you on auto explore. Also picking up, oop, where's my Empire development? Picking up the basic seafaring, so that way our scouts can get out and grab all the nodes in the sea is also really important. That's likely defended. Okay, so we'll just zoom over here, like this nymph. Love a little bit more health, but we'll make do. Copper Golem, where do you need to be to fight? Huh? One nymph. Should hopefully not be able to steal anything too important. Trees, bolt repeater, across. And just lay into them. Let's not take out the trees, that way they have to move through them. Use up a little bit of their movement. Well, tactics I'm in alongside. We'll try to use the new Harrier as our shield. Copper golems are they're just copper golems. They look cool. Fairly tanky too. Out of range. I reject. Move into the woods here. You try to stay back. How far can you use your seduce? Not very. You're lucky. Let's go ahead and rotate so we're not getting flanked. And no reason to go for a Pitting Barrage. Waste of mana. Just for 10 damage. Oof. Oh, that's purely physical now? Interesting. Used to do blight damage. No longer. Yeah, let's damage the nymph. That way it's easy to steal whatever unit back they decide to take from us. Decisive command. A 35% chance to hit. We'll finish you with the mage block. Pretty decent tank. 9 damage there. Okay, so the plan is we run up. Can't use the net if we run all the way there. We cast the net. Or we miss outright. may just choose to kill this unit here, but we'll see. Go into the bushes, then we'll run up. Gotta get poison, but it's a 100% chance to hit. Sometimes you absorb poison for the greater good. And we pass. Let's see. Heals this unit. Fails. Uses the poison needle because they're rude. Well, how would you like some lettucillin? Free of charge. Nice. 64 more food. Instead of the research post, we're going to go ahead and grab the forester up here in this mine zone. Went down and grab the hero item. We've got a ring of opportunity. Great on just about 81 besides our current leader. Unless they added in Overwatch attacks and made those attacks of opportunity. Wishful thinking, I think, though. Actually, in terms of a place for a city, this node here is probably the best. Allows landings on Alpha to expand this direction. We can absorb Storm Beacon. There's also a really good spot for one over here, too. Town zones all over the place. Gotta be someone underneath us here, then. Yeah, they're suspicious. Another Harrier, then. Use that level up to get us even more critical hit chance. 2 adjacent friendly units. So our gun line needs to all be surrounding Apollo, and at that point we have an extremely high chance to crit on all of our incredibly terrifying guns. Our Golem 60s will get another one up and running. We just want to keep around, I don't say 80 mana in stockpile. This mountain, this looks incredible. Nothing special about it, just a mountain. Here, instead of going further, I'm having you go underground. There's something down there. Production, draft, and less stability. Designated target. When enchanted, scouts never die and return 2 turns sooner. So we're going to go ahead and marked and distracted. Afford it, and it's going to take us 2 turns to have that boosted. Go with the vendor then, that way we're generating a little bit more cash. That's an upgrade. Sweet. It's just defended by an ogre. Come here, you. Here, let's retreat. It looks like we have a signature skill. Should have grabbed that previous. Initiative Chaos gives us even more critical hit chance. Defense. Or health. Critical hit chance it is. Then we get some Searing Strikes or Inspiring Killer. Double the morale bonus allows us to get critical hits even faster. Alright, ogres, how would you like to meet our guns? Oh, and at choke point, how bad for you? We put our ballista in the choke point and let the ogres sadly walk in and get smooshed. Right there. They can't even get close anyway. Let's weaken the smaller units. These both have bolstered defense. That's pretty neat. Move out to the flanks just a little bit, so we can catch that ogre if it tries to go that way. Without having to move too far ourselves. Ooh. 9 damage. Going to be enough for you. Here, let's go ahead and drop the heavy mage lock shot. I'd be curious to see if they can actually push. What's going on here? Ghost fire icon? Immobilize. That's what we like to see. Should have used it on that unit over there. You've been marked twice. Before I do that, let's have you step closer. That way we've got Champion of War going. Then you can heavy mage lock. 29 damage. Just let you do that again. Well, 29, 50% critical hit chance. They can't move, so let's run around with the spears and finish them off. It's basically armored fist tactics. Boom. How much damage can you get? If they kill that mercenary, it's gonna be unfortunate, but mercenaries are expensive, so will help out our economy in the long run. Let's put it in defense mode. One shot. 50% crit is crazy. And run up here and drive them back. They've got to run away from you in order to do anything. Tap it for 3 more damage. They hit you back for 4. We blocked our own path. And net away. Extra ranks for everyone. So now we'll start getting his ranger skills soon. But the experience leader for 20 more experience per turn, incredible. So the other thing they did is they gave all of your units a background experience gain of basically what was before 1 per turn. They take all of the previous experience kind of values and multiplied them by 10. That way it just kind of rounds a little bit better. So now we're gaining a total of 30 experience per turn, which is awesome. Don't want to do too much exploring down here without a scout. We'll move back up to the surface and go clear out some of these nodes. We'll move out underground eventually, but I want to make sure we get down an outpost soon. I think on this magic material is going to be the best place for it. And outpost goes down here. With a healer, we could win this. We just don't have a healer.
Huh?
So we shall wait a bit. Got another copper golem here, and we'll separate the two. You don't need both of them in the fight. Just one. Let's go on to the south. Looks like we've got some lava fields. Those are always fun. You are going to go underground next turn. Oh, look at that. I'll go ahead and put you in auto explore as well. Looks like there's another Eldritch Rip on, or at least in that forest. Something to worry about in the future. Really feels like the empires have been spawned very far apart this time. Maybe they're just trying to keep everyone else away from the Reavers. Forward 1, take out this batch. Oh, Spearman. Running from combat's not what I need, though. He gets to survive, but then he's locked in place. Does the wheat count as... No. Does not count as light cover. We're gonna run to here, put the bolt thrower in this choke point. Let it rain some havoc down on the trio of them. Mercenary in behind. Here we are. Yes. And 2 halberds, which are fairly dangerous units, truthfully. So we'll drop a hitting barrage here. Has to not deal with them. Step you back 1. We've got Champion of War for all of them, so we can try to cast the net. Resisted their immobilization. Just throws the net over the roof. We missed entirely. We'll allow them to bolster, and we can pretty much kill this unit. Let's blast these halberds first. They're the more dangerous. A 45 damage crit. Give them another use of their mage locks. You crit, you kill. Snapshot. And we pass. Oh, I gave them space. Didn't even realize. I run around and stab them in the back. Let's not take their aggression just yet. 31 more damage. You do get to retaliate twice, but I prefer that be on our golems all day. Snapshot. We pass. Stabs my Harrier in the back. Here's what we think about cowards. 41 more damage. Alright, well, a reflecting shield. What a good item for a secondary hero. Someone to hold the line while our mage locks give them another volley. Can we bring everyone in as reinforcements? Almost. We just wouldn't be able to fight all these battles the same turn here, which is unfortunate. Replants. Well done, Otto. Well done. Well, it works out in the end. Storm Spirits and a Thunderbird. Now's not necessarily the time to get arrogant. Let's take the high ground, drop down the bolt over here. No chance to hit the spirits directly, so we'll shoot Thunderbird instead. Then you just leave. Got way too little health. Golems. All your little coppery cheeks. We pass. Oh, you're moving up way too slowly. Just about kills. So fall back, and everything can just hit our... That's exactly what we like to see. You're just out of range. We won't be forever. And our technologies, it will let us get bonus range. Plus the ranger skill tree in general also gives you extra range. Oh man, they didn't. They're punching our ballista. I want to cast the net here, but that's a 50% critical hit chance, which is hard to pass up on. Go here. Go miss. Now they got marked, but they're not immobilized. 60% chance. Good night, sweet prince. Why don't you take another turn? Hit anyone else from here, but we can. It's still dry. Mage lock shot, only 5% chance to hit. Now let's increase that. We'll survive, but it'll be close. So very close. Second one was a graze, and so that's the end for the Thunderbird. King of flanking. It's gonna take a lot for us to actually get into position for a flank. We're not gonna worry about flanking so much. Battle, I believe this distracts you. The fruit whispering in your ear while you're trying to fight is rather distracting. Counting and upgrading them costs less, absolutely. We'll bring this area up too. Probably need to build a single observer just to sit down here. See what's going on in the abyss. The research post here, and then we'll grab a mine in the other. Steel Hall, absolutely hurry production along. How much is it for the tavern? We can just barely afford it, and so we're going to. Most excellent, and now it's got flying landmines. I guess, not landmines, sky mines. We need an overseer, and we need some mage locks. Just one is not enough. Awaken our tools, and send you up the coastline, make sure there's no one hiding over here. If we have this entire location to us, we just need to get an additional hero and send them out to get another outpost over here. Then we've got a nice little trio of cities. Oh good, it's Skarsnik. Well, that's not good. Well, can't be both those things. Good for Skarsnik, bad for us. He meets us with contempt. So why is that? Because you're chaos? Just meant alignment, inherent dislike because he's just rude, and he's wary that our guns are so scary. Well, we'll see if Skarsnik and his primal culture, they did buff the primal culture a little bit, I believe. So what they did is they made it so the primal summons have additional benefits on their favorite terrain, which is cool. We're gonna go ahead and do nothing. Goodbye, Skarsnik. Where are you? Like, right underneath us. I mean, probably not far off. Oh, we met you down here. Okay. There's one of his scouts. Primal concealment. Cannot be detected while on their primal animal's favorite terrain. So Primal got a small rework. Cool. I missed that in the patch notes. I saw they did for at least the animals themselves. I didn't realize it was for the entire culture. Storm Beacon in peril. We will help you through this famine, will we? We could for a price. We don't really need to grow right now, so I'll take the food. Take the gold. You enjoy the food. Are we surrounded by a bunch of underground empires? That would be a problem. Watchtower's immediate palisade walls are 2 turns. Let's go ahead and grab the work camp. And then we'll knock out these trees. Risky battle. You don't have to send them in. We should have been using the champion war on the bolt repeater too. And we blast here. This Harrier will be the one that takes the damage if we need someone to, and we shall pass. No one got suppressed. That's too bad. They can come in and poison needle quite a few of ours. You're not going anywhere. Not for you, sir. You're gonna get hit with a needle back. My plan is we run up so we can snapshot. Just go to here for now. We'll bring you up alongside. We can snapshot with a 50% critical hit chance. Deal an absolute ton of damage. Pass the net to kill. Refresh your turn. Let you use your mage lock again and kill the other frontline unit. And I advance and snapshot their beastie. Morale's already ouch. Uh-oh. Spin kick. Run in and take their retaliation attack real quick, that way our lord can move. Run in and throw a net at him. This did the immobilization. That's a little bit annoying, but they did get marked. Blast them. Yep, to Grace, there was no killing that unit this turn. Come on, critical hit chance. Not today. And we'll just hit with a quick immobilizing barrage, and then you can run. Winty, 1 damage. I think our Harriers need to go home and heal. So you. Was that the death of a goblin? Sure enough, our you two need to go home. Go heal in this outpost. Where are some more battles? There's another magical material up here. We can get this rainbow clover. Which this looks easier than this one for sure. Let's move. Keep in mind that Skarsnik does not like us, and he is likely to declare war on us here at some point. But he doesn't only not like us, he despises us. See what's to the south here. How long before we get ourselves a hero? 4 turns. A little bit of time. Grab the mine here then. And hope our instability is settled by some drinking. Awaken those tools to further irritate the people, but we get more production. 75 production, 40 draft, and the people are grumpy. They'll get over it. Watchtower over here for us to pick up. As they start going away, we'll know where our rivals are advancing. Here's 8 Peaks. True King of 8 Peaks. You got a vulture. Bunch of mushrooms. As Skarsnik would. How much health do we have here? Truth be told, I would like more frontline. So let's let these two heal. And they can rush over to join us soon. I think I'm going to absorb them as a vassal. So what we'll do is we'll have this outpost going to grow up and to this direction, to the left here. And we'll probably put in another town like right here to grab up all of this, and then expand down. And at least make sure this magic material stays in our control. Outposts are fairly cheap. And then we'll rush over. Well, it's going to go up in a single turn. We might get the heal. Let's stay here. Is a random outcrop of blood roses? I think it is. Oh, is this sunless terrain down here? It might have used to been sunless terrain and it got taken over by the abyss. Interesting. Things are rather empty down here. You get exploring. Scoot on by 8 Peaks. I'd like to see what kind of army Skarsnik has here. Do they really have any upgrades at all? We can't really see them. Sneaky. So maybe there were really, really minor changes made, because this looks almost identical. What was previous? Dude, here, hopefully this Astral Rift doesn't wake up. This is going to be a nasty bit of work. Ooh, some knowledge scrolls. That's a lot of frontline fighters. Let's go this way first. That's being controlled too. Let's go this way first. Take out these ice spiders, perhaps. Come on, auto-resolve. Nice. We redo that one. We gain ourselves some knowledge and level up.
Yeah.
Ring of flanking. It's better than the opportunity attack one, isn't it? Not by much. Upkeep production, we don't need. You know, all of these are good. Snapshot is a free use that pierces. That might be worthwhile there. Let's go ahead and grab Ranger 1. Bit more damage on our shots. 42 damage on the Heavy Mage Lock. Low risk. Kills 2 of ours. Gotta prove them wrong. Scepter go down here. Let's go ahead and take out their charge attackers first.
Huh?
Guard the flank. And then you take it to the gun line. Shield wall. Marking them as nice, but let's try to just immobilize the whole group. We immobilize the front line, which is perfect. Heavy mage lock. Since the front line can't move, let's start crackling into the back. I even want to make it so that they can't move either. Net those Dark Warriors. And they've been marked. They can't get to us if they wanted to anyway. Stay here. We'll fall back behind the line next turn. Decisive command here. Yeah, let's get rid of them. They're wearing down the front line. Did full damage. We pass. It decided to defense mode up, so I'm going to step over in both cases here. Mark and distract this shield unit. Every hit smacking them in the front is now a critical hit, or almost hit, and also a flank. Including what comes out of the bolt thrower. And we'll guard finished. We might want to move into a formation here and just start stabbing them. Let's have you take their first retaliation. And they're starting to fumble, no worries. They're fumbling and we're not. To be expected, stab him back. Rune of retaliation, huh? Yeah, they tried it. And now muskets. Finish him. You not take damage, or all of you gonna have to get hit at least once. Let's kill the halberdier then first. They got better leadership anyway. That lessens the retaliation. Five damage swings to win. Death by 1,000 cuts. Slowing Scorcher. Good, but not necessary. We can go fight these spiders as well. Before we do, though, focused aggression. Sundering blades or purging arrows. 8% more damage against magic origin units for all of our snipers, or we can have a chance of weakening defenses further. Let's get Sundering blades up and running. There won't be as many of them, and it's going to be pretty cheap to do upkeep as well. Low risk. Lose our mercenary again. So again, we proved them wrong. Now it's stand everyone huddle around this crystal. What a good idea. Bolt over here. And then we blow up the crystal. Enjoy. so much damage. Alright, then you pass. You let the spiders waddle on over to our waiting guns. A little bit of a freeze attempt. Freeze web. No one gets frozen? Almost. You tried it. Heavy mage lock. Back line's gone, so the front line doesn't even know what happened. Give him another barrage for 55 damage. And you can run up and just give him a single snapshot. And that's that. The difference in damage between our guns and our melee is astounding, actually. Let's get seafaring, that way our scouts can start grabbing all the nodes out on the open waters. We're camping 2 turns here. Let's go ahead and pick up the walls first. See that production? A shrine for Midida. What does that do? House of mine. All provinces get Imperium and gives you the giants, Rock and Storm. Not Rock and Stone, Rock and Storm. Right, Overseer, bring yourself. We definitely need some support. Reaver Manufactorum is specialized mine. We already have a mine in here. And if we surround it with foresters, that's doing some good stuff. Rid of that farm. I don't think we want to do that, though. Just gold and draft. So we don't want it yet, but it'll be really good later on. For the time being, let's pick up a boosted institute. That way we can afford another mage lock. Alright, nothing down here. We can go grab this real quick. Some high seas scavengers. Have some reinforcements to deal with the magic material. Nice. Scarsnick's clearing out his area quickly, and he's got 5 population out of nowhere. What do we care about the most? We expand this way, and we make sure he can't escape. Yeah, let's start with a forester. And then we can turn this into a city here in a few turns. Avern's done in Landing Zone Alpha. Still 5 less stability. Yeah, automating your tools freaks people out. Nothing to be done about it. Might as well keep them awakened. Keep those tools awake. Skarsnik's coming up. Probably to go grab this magic material here. He realizes that we're picking up all the ones above him. Means I would say it's time for a war with Skarsnik before too long. True King of 8 Peaks. Supervisor join for the fight? I think we have a pretty good chance then. Pass the awakened tools down here in the landing zone. Already under the effect. Oh. Does it stay that way permanently? Oh, it does. I didn't realize it was permanent. Okay, well, whenever we have another city, we already have the awakened tools for said city. A rivalry is declared on me. Well, we're gonna need to show his spider people how dangerous guns are. It's like a fight with the normal empire. And just before this battle, I'm going to go ahead and jump up and run to the restroom here. We'll be about 5 minutes. We'll be back for the stream. I have been talking to myself this whole time. How perfect. What? Oh, excellent. Welcome back, everyone. You've been here the whole time, but I've been wiggling this around like a crazy person talking to myself. If you like the silent kind of stream, I'm sorry. I returned. Let's get a little bit closer over here that way we can all pilot on these golems together. Safe battle, let me not fight it personally. Just kidding. Not the way it's going to work out for us. Alright, so nothing here's that dangerous. We're going to move all the way around. Drop the repeater here. It's hard for anyone to really do anything about it. Have it start laying into these rock monsters. Have carrier circle, put up one of the pole arms and front here. Then bring the muskets in range of our Champion of War ability. Alright, so, I mean, they're closing the gap pretty quickly. Let's drop the immobilizing barrage here. Hopefully that does its job. It never does what we need it to. Your job then is to stand in these bushes and stop any kind of charge attacks. As far away as possible, cast the net down. You're immobilized, excellent. Let's have you step over. Maximum hit chance. Snapshot into the... I'd give you a second chance. Heavy mage lock, go! 34 damage. We'll try to get another net cast here. Please immobilize. Oh, were they already? No, don't worry about that. Stab. Charge is still gonna hurt. Step back. We'll have the Harrier defend. When those gargoyles get a little bit closer. Wouldn't be surprised though if they decide to hit this side. Copper golems though are much more expendable. Oh, really? Darn flyers. The flank isn't enough to kill. Well... Good news is we have a couple of units here. Drive them back. Really not great as melee fighters, so you pretty much just leave them in place. Let them defense mode up. And let your muskets do all the work. Down one model, and then we'll kill... Yeah, we might as well just kill. Huge morale increase. Well, if we're only taking one hit back... And especially if they're grazing, this is entirely acceptable. You try and you fail. Muskets. Space. 69 damage. Cast the net here. That gets them immobilized, and they're really not happy about it. Outstanding poking. quite cool. I really wouldn't be surprised if... Oh, there we go. Crusading Croakers are to the north. Oh, they're moving far. Only have the one city for now, though, but they're definitely moving down here to get another one going. I'm gonna claim that Shrine of Mirda. That would make sense. Time for violence? I think so. Time for violence. Creature cage for us to pick up along the way, and we can set up a town here. Of the Z Negotiators. They won't send an army our way until they say they will. Let's move to the edge of our territory here, and hopefully we don't lose a mage lock for free. And then we'll stop recruiting this overseer. That way we can recruit a hero. Recruit from Pantheon now. Oh, we can't. We don't have enough gold. Who likes us the most? Umbria. If I was to give you this slowing scorcher, you would give me just enough gold to get what I need? Yeah, you would. So then we hire us a hero. Industrious Governor. She's a defender with a pistol. Yes. Defenders are kind of boring, though. I didn't realize they could have skirmisher weapons. It's really interesting. She's got a pistol, and that's just about all it takes. Scholarly Governor and Conqueror needs to win a battle against a throne city. And just win a siege battle in general. Or clear a resource node. Deals 10% more damage, or has Demolitionist. Summons an explosive sphere. I remember these things being kind of garbage. It's 30 damage. Yuvata, you have no eyes. Yeah, you don't look friendly at all, but welcome to the team. Give you a demoralizing mask. Don't think I have anything else. Ring of Opportunity, you actually deal damage. Cutlass and pistols, interesting. Does the Mage Lock pistol do breaching still? All I needed to see. We'll set you to auto-explore as well since you're so low value. And then, I don't know. I guess you do the same. I'm exploring up this direction. They're good for absorbing rounds, but that's about it. Absorbing ammunition trying to be used elsewhere. Vision ranged Imperium. Yeah, let's go for that. Get it building now. Battlements would be good for our mage locks should anyone try to attack us back. So go for it. And then we pass. A lesser magma spirit is actually perfectly on theme here. Firebolts. Levels up to something that basically becomes a scarier version of a pyromancer. Can't start the siege. Gotta make sure he doesn't have anything in the nodes around that's gonna be a threat either. They can all join for the battle, and that becomes a problem really, really quick. Well, hang on now. We can start the siege with our new general. It's nothing but Honor Blade goblins. Whoa, what? They've got poison. Please, combos! Not for long, you're not. Oh, it's just a battle now. They have no defenses. I didn't realize that. Well? Hang on. I want a healer, but that's not happening. Blades is done. Getting our scouts more vision is nice. Melee attacks are going to deal more damage. Well, that's only for ranged ones. But melee attacks have a chance of inflicting mark. Yeah, we might as well. Let's initiate the Siege of Storm Beacon. And we get to see the lovely Oathsworn City Sprawl with this massive crater. I don't know if you guys set off a Doom Sphere or what, but we definitely didn't do it. Full repeater in this choke point. Because we have artillery, they have to come to us. And we can harass their entire army from afar. There's a new icon for heroes, too. When humming at you aggressively. Spread out, and we'll let them come towards us. Mass Condemnation, Devout Radiance. Which is worse than Mass Condemnation in every way. I will give you credit for having extremely tanky gobos here. Really low chance to hit. We have to have the full Monty. Didn't immobilize him, but we did get to mark him, so more damage. 5% chance. She's got to come in here first. Go for the 55 on this side. Please immobilize. Didn't happen, but more marked is good. Snapshot. Outright miss. I'm going to immobilize these frontline guys. Or we're not. Got all sorts of resistance here. Here you follow behind them. You just can't get our mage locks caught up in melee. They'll get ripped to shreds. Alright, one more time. Try to immobilize them. It's not happening, is it? That's fine. With all that marked, that is a lot of damage. And then we can just kill the Honor Blade. Have the spears advance to here, and that should convince them to come chase us. How far can you move? Beautiful. Ouch. Ouch. Scream. Yeah, that damage. Defensive strike's mean. Love me some Honor Blades as well. One of the single best tier 1 units. Just about kill their leader, and then there's no more spells. Let's tear down some buildings. Shoot some people with some muskets. Get you weak enough, Pinning Barrage can just kill you. When rush through, now these guys are in the way. Yeah, very obnoxious. 3 damage. Push them back to kill? No. And just tag team. They're stuck inside. And then the heavy mage lock can deal a lovely 55% chance to do 31 damage. Right behind. Not worth a flank. Stay here and shoot him in the face. See, and I can pinning barrage to kill both of them. Try to get your attention. I don't really want to get hit 3 times in one turn, but I'll take 2. He fell for the bait. Froze him, though. Ooh, no one's close enough to get hit. Spearman, you run across. I'm gonna try to net the Honor Blade again. I see it's only a 38% chance to actually succeed in that one. That is crazy low. Although it looks like they might just be willing to run due to being hit a bunch. Some mark going here. That way our snapshots can actually work out. Athletics is so strong. Alright, then we'll go ahead and kill... You guys do both the same amount of damage? Huh. Leader's gone. Another snapshot here. Now that the gun line's starting to come together, they'll just run before us. And now we'll soon be able to start building up some more spoils for a cannon. A restful book. So much better than whatever this is. For a stack of bleed. How about we regenerate a whole bunch of hit points a turn? Got another level up. What are these called? The world may never know. Alright, so here we're going to go ahead and vassalize them. That way we can throw them at our enemies. Raising the city is nice too. Do we need gobos on our team? You know, I don't think so. I don't think we need gobos on our team at all. Burn the city to the ground. What use is a goblin? Skarsnik down there. Skarsnik disliked this. Oh, look, an outpost. So that's where he decided to put it. Can afford the work camp here, so let's try to cut him off from grabbing any good territory. Then what else? Granary, crypts, prison cells, or the manufactorum. It's just an upgraded version of a mine. That works here for now. Not bad, not bad. We'll go ahead and set you to auto-explore. Noshi Cleft Blade has been collected. Enjoy the black market. You're gonna look great on someone's shelf. Sundering Blades active. At least we'll see if we can afford it. And then with leftover cash, we'll recruit up another... do we need to heal, or do we want to make sure that no one ever gets to us in the first place? I think the second. He's already declared a rivalry, so he's going to be coming after us. Discipline. We'll see about that. 12 total upkeep we can afford. Actually allow them to start dealing some decent damage and just further empower those mage locks. Gotta avoid the Umbral Domain. I'd like to see what's hiding in the Divination Dome. There's lots of good level ups over here. Let's just go smash through a bunch of this. man. The first time I might be a little bit saddened about our standardized movement. I expected her to be able to move just a little bit further, and she couldn't. We all get to move further, which is nice. It's a little bit jarring, though. Alright, join the rest of the army, and then... do we have to really stay here? No, we don't. You go join as well. The Earth Shield's down at the moment. So she probably only needs to be there for a couple of these battles and move back with whatever I can afford to send back that way. Speed. One more turns, rather, that becomes a town. Only a couple of units on each of these nodes makes it really easy for us to clear them out. I think they actually... oh, wait. It wasn't the end of the turn. Out to trespass. Just Skarsnik, who cares? Well, he's locked this drone down here. That's a little bit annoying. The disrespect. Well, I'd say there's a lot more at stake if Skarsnik locks the basement. It's probably far too late for you. Due to the class in need of sunshine. A shrieking bat. Auto resolve now, really liking our chances. That's what I like to see. Let me get some more war spoils over here. Perfect. Before you do move on, all fight this battle at the same time. This one has a chance of distracting us. We'll want to fight this ourselves. Well, maybe we won't. Yes, we will. Hey there, Lupo. The update so far is fantastic. I think they even might have overtuned athletics just a bit. So the fact that they have basically separated movement and made athletics cost only a single point, where it only affects you in combat. Combat's where things matter the absolute most, so it's good stuff. Full repeater here. So now we're basically setting up a gun line of athletic musketeers, and it's going very well. They also changed up all kind of the defenses and the resistances for all your units. So physical range units are only applying damage to your armor, and magical range and magic attackers are applying damage to the resistance. So we're going to try to lower everyone's armor and just blast the holy heck out of them with muskets. Should be great. Alright, guns, move on over. Probably want to actually bring all of the guns into Apollo's army. Replace the Harriers. You were really only standing in for the time being. Seeing our smaller army is smart. I'm going to say no thanks and avoid it. Mage Lux might be in trouble here. He could be dominated. Arbalist, anything worth stealing? Honor Blades are pretty good, but actually, if we want to steal a unit, it's going to be these. So drop down the Pitting Barrage. Here. Can you reach? Oh, you just barely can't. Oh, fire the muskets, 34 damage. Go ahead, do it. Oh, hang on, now we have the opportunity. So move to here. And we'll go ahead and just mark and blind these Arcanists. We'll at least mark them. That's the net. Okay, so then we can move up in line, give him the command. Oh, we still can't get close enough because this honor blade. So stab the honor blade. Now, can you do what you want? No, we can't get past him. Oh, I made a mistake. That's too bad. No amount of damage can kill them from here. I don't think. We can try. Cast that net. We get a crit. Not this time. Yeah, it's too bad. We can still try to immobilize them next turn, but there's a high likelihood we get a unit stolen back. Go ahead, try to blind these lads. We can take a little bit less damage ourselves. Thankfully, they didn't try to steal a unit first. Perhaps because they knew it wasn't going to work. Also, all of the magic attacks got a little bit of a visual flare update, so they're just a little bit more flashy. I think it looks great. Well, let's try another beginning barrage. Well, let's make sure we can kill everyone first. This berserker will not die this turn. Well, those are primal chargers, not a berserker at all. Well then, snipers. Do what you need to do. Hitting barrage. The offensive formation, only 5 damage. Come on now. The world needed it most. 22 damage. Come on, snapshot. Now we run up and steal your... Oh yeah, they're a celestial. So this whole time I'm running off of fake premises. You can't convert them. Control loss immunity. Oh, then if you can't be converted, you must be destroyed. One damage is hefty. Can't cast any nets. Let's just go ahead and take out this unit. Let the peasants do what they will. Peasants run around and kill one of our overseers. $61 damage in the back. And... thank you, shot. In Age of Wonders. Get what you deserve, Gobos. Get what you deserve. Shrouded Shroud Maker. What an excellent name. Battlefield Remnants, large amount of draft. Okay, sounds good to me. Want to make sure we can reach here though, so I guess we're gonna cease knocking out these other units. Go up and kill these 3, so we hopefully get some more war spoils. 30 war spoils. And now we can afford a single cannon. We just need our town center up to the next tier. Would like you to level up at least a little bit more before you move out of here. Let's just stay in this zone. Looks like a pickup we can get for free. It's a lie. Just like the cake. The cake is, in fact, a lie. And we'll get the experience gain first. Passive experience gain is incredible. Fucking Spark Collar. We need her to have a blade that can work with a shield. Scarsdick's just being rude. Gonna start his war with us with a win, though. Yep, he is to be wasting time. We'll probably just trespass to get out of here next turn. 'Cause we can't leave now. Maria has declared a friendship. Is she in the void? She is in the void. Maybe try harder not to trip and fall. I quite like Sniper Shot. Let's go ahead, though, and pick up Endurance Training. Make sure, oh, she died in the Argent Wheel. That does make sense. Dolmekraz. How about we call this... what do we call this? You know what? You're going to stay for now. Because my brain has decided to take a nap. Any more pickups up here? Nope, because Gosnick has snagged them first. Go ahead and you jump into Auto Explore as well. Just grab what you can from the high seas. Another Musketeer is incredible, so we'll have you just go wait at Macross for now. Camp done. We'll pick up the research post here. Our map rotated, good grief. And then, yeah, another research post. We'll go clear out that Silver Tongue fruit. Shouldn't be that big a deal. We will pick up the storehouse here first, then the workshop. And nothing else needs to be built in Domacraz. We'll let all of the draft become food. Lodestone Foundry here. We need more quarries, which we just don't have yet. Yulvata, the safekeeper, I was a lonely child. Yeah, she realized you're in for a long story. Well, guess what I am going to ignore? Your long story, and we'll go hunt down this Thunderbird for you. There's only 3 of them. Only 3. Yeah, we'll start this fight ourselves, knock the 2 out with an auto-resolve. Yulvata gains some renown, excellent, and a noble ace. What I think we want to do is we'll have the musket switch these Harriers. Well, great. We're gonna go join Yulvata. We'll just leave. Got one too many troops in the area. Looks like it'll work out if we go this way and then have you attack. Lease on life. Lone Wyvern and another undead steer your troops with fear and hunger in equal measure. Fear, however, soon seems to prevail. Leave the dead to cause mayhem. Now we'll just shoot them. Death to these dead. Auto-resolve has not figured out what muskets are capable of yet. Ooh, and here's even more critical hit chance on these lucky clovers. Yes. This is our new camping spot. Drop the heal here. Hatch our mercenaries up. You, didn't mean to grab you. Rush along the kind of the back. And we'll have you retreat if things get a little bit dicey, or they try to chase them. Just retreat. And then the gun line gets formed, and you all die. Is the ballista potent? Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Look, they went to chase our weakened unit. Just move into said gun line, or you just start burning the trees down. I'm glad we brought the magma spirit. Go stand in the water. Cool off. And then we wait for them to get closer. That only costs 15 mana. Let's drop it on these two. Nothing happens, we'll go ahead and pass. We'll waste no more in this battle. Okay, so can I get anyone with the muskets? Yes, we can. Weaken them here. Get those pesky trees out of the way, too. You come back. Pin them in place. Athletics is my favorite. Gotta make sure all of your guys do laps daily. You can do stuff like this. Snapshot now is about 34 damage. They can reach us. Deciding for them, right? And I'll repeat, having Overwatch would be so cool for the muskets. One of the things I think they're missing. Or maybe we find a way to make Overwatch one of the tome items, so it could be on any of the ranged units. That would be great. Love the sound of the mage lock in the morning. Agreed, Time Crystal. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And mage lock sound was. He was bugged for a while. It's definitely fixed now. Those trees are gone. It's glorious. Evening to me. Well, welcome, welcome. See you drop by. We are going to continue our march with this our astral rift here. Turn back around and join, and then you can make your merry journey back to Landing Zone Alpha. We are going to need to prepare, because Skarsnik is going to betray us. He's the true king of 8 peaks, after all. Don't believe these armies will move to attack you. Raving of Focus is done, so we can select our next Tome of Magic, and we are going to pick... I had a plan. It's the Tome of Discipline, that's my plan. Because we have now the Focus Aim, which is a one-time of battle use that allows you to never miss. Yes, it's very good. Then we're going to lean into more Materium after this.
True strength resides in self-discipline. Mastering oneself leads to mastery over all things. Meditate. Be grounded. Cast off the shackles of arrogance and pain that burden the soul. Find inner focus and hone the greatest weapon that can never be taken.
Power within.
From
Get us a raised transformation. Ilvata has leveled up. We shall give you... Forging training is not probably a bad idea. Shield bearer, or let's go sentinel. You won't always be a skirmisher. In fact, that'll be changing as quickly as we can. Leadership skill, I don't think we have enough Imperium, or Materium rather. Meteor strikes, base attacks deal fire damage, and all adjacent enemies. The Adept of Chaos, though. Base attacks have even more critical hit, and hit people alongside. So we want to be more chaotic than Materium. We'll just save this for now. You can excavate, city structures cost less gold to build. That sounds perfect. I honestly can't wait for the nomads because they look very fun to play as. I agree. So very different from anything we have in the game currently, and I think it'd be really fun to put them against the Reavers. It'll be fun to play as, or play against in just about every instance, but against the Reavers specifically, I think that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, we're gonna have to trespass. He can complain about it all he wants. But I don't want to give him any grievances. Fine, you know what? You trapped him. These things also have the best death animation. For absolutely no reason. We need to start saving our Imperium over here for this outpost, so I'd like to get that up to a town fairly quickly. Another Overseer, then another Mage Lock. Don't want to rush production on either. We'll keep our gold. Oh good, reject the disturbing. Yeah, and that's what you are. A new pawn appears before me. You look like a Godia, but are you ready to face the likes of me? You've got several targets for our guns. That's all I'm going to say to you, bird. Doesn't like us very much. Just met inherent dislike, alignment, and he's threatened by our danger. So you're across the sea, and more likely to fight Sacrilifica than us. But something to be aware of. Why is it March 9th coming closer? It is, just too slowly. Far too slowly. Founding absorbing cities takes less turns, and newly founded cities have more population. Oop, we save our Imperium, I want more towns. It's still asleep. It is a gold infestation. Maybe try to power up a little bit before we try to take it on. We've already got you up into legend rank. They get Eagle Eye at some point, so they get even more range. 5 range there, and 6. Was it normally 4? It is, okay. Pretty low range on your muskets naturally then. Yeah, get over here to clear your west with a musket, and you should be enough. Really hope. Seer, go join. Let's get ourselves another Mage Lock. Put it in there. The Lodestone Foundry. I think we can rush. Yeah, for 100, no problem. No problem. Market needs 2 farms to be boosted. We're back into the grouchy stage. Oh, gotta get a bathhouse then. The Flow Serpent's really the only thing that makes this a problem. Because they get precognition. Bunch of little vampire spiders should be an easy auto-resolve. And in terms of where we should put the next city, it's probably just right on top of this clover. So what we'll do is we'll move back there and grab that. After dealing with the... That's a threat there, isn't it? We'll come back. Oh good, there's more marauders for us to fight there. Lots of good spots for towns along the coast. Oh, another rivalry. Declared on us by the Toads. So Skarsnik and the Toads are both going to want to fight soon. We'll be in a defensive war quite quickly. 16 to rush. Okay, now our upkeep is not able to handle it. So we need to chill. Alright, day 17. -4. All we have to really do... Oh, no. Yeah, let's draw that away, and we'll fight that in due time. Around here. We'll go check out the underground next turn. Got a resolve there. We take a little bit of damage. I don't think we want to steal that spear. 20 of our war spoils feels foolish when I could get 2 cannons. And 2 cannons. 34 damage that ignores half of a target's defense. In a 3 hex line. Pretty dang strong. We also need to start exploring the Abyss soon. Yes, we do. Alright, what's down here? Whole bunch of nothing immediately. If I say we don't waste our time underground, we waste our time in the Abyss, where they're so much worse. Craving of focus we can't afford. Even if we could, it's not giving us that much benefit just right now. 44 to rush that along. Let's make sure we do have some walls, just in case. Skarsnik just decides to come on up and attack us, we lose the town immediately. Alright, day 18. We're gonna go ahead and move. Grab this. Silver tongue fruit. Well, I'd love to take out the rift. Let's see if there's anything inciting down here at all. Literally nothing. We'll move a little bit closer to our territory then and see if we can't take on this divination dome. Marauders there to clear, and then this fruit is already in our territory, which we should definitely go clear out. We need more quarries for our faction in general. Alright, you with the musketeers should have no trouble. A little bit of trouble. She isn't quite the god of war that our other is. I'm just gonna move in like this. You can't hit us with a big bomb attack. You get a little bit closer. They're gonna slink towards us. See? Okay, so I'm gonna run up and try to subdue you. So one of their units completely out of the picture. Put in Mage Lock there. Thunderbird. They kept them a little bit closer. That's okay. Destroys whatever they're hiding on. Keep blasted. Drop the pinning barrage here. And we can run up and subdue these crows. Doing nothing. It's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna be enough to kill anything. The rest of the crows can't move, and so that's pretty much that. Knife. $34 damage there, and what about you? Open season. Dismiss that unit. And Yuvata bows her head. Finally, it is done. Blaze, my old friend, you have been avenged. Thank you, Supreme Commander. This means a lot to me. Tell me what I can do to repay you. Ranks up. She gains some renown and get a white wolf. Train some new recruits. Ones we can't afford. Well, Skarsnik's starting to expand to the surface. We need to surround that outpost quickly. Hold on before we get to the city. One turn. That's too bad. We'll form up together, and let's just kind of camp out in this outpost for now. Heal up. The ghosts are keeping us from annexing that province, as ghosts do. Let's pick up the quarry here, on the pastures. Heat production sounds like a good idea, and then we can come on in and give her the Chaos Initiate as well. Searing Strikes or Inspiring Killer. Or we ignore this. Give her Leaden Blows. We'll worry about it. We'll get yours soon. I don't like that we've moved onto the directly onto the Umbrella Abyss here, but that's the way it is. Each quarry grants some city stability. Okay, is there anywhere we can spend our hard-earned cash? 400 to rush that? No is the answer. Day 19, Inner Mastery is complete. I'll have you go burn these city ruins, sir. Dismantle, and you can move past. Lots more marauders for us to kill, which is excellent, and then we can expand past the divination into grabbing these haste berries too. Silver fruit acquired, so now we think we have 2 of those. Oh no, we've got 1 clover, 1 fruit. Light damage, light protection, and manipulating enemies. Purification Mantra heals and gets rid of negative status effects. I think that's probably better than Purging Arrows for now, but Purging Arrows is cheap. I'll grab the spell. That spell is also very cheap. Post founded. Excellent. We'll go ahead and put the city in. I think we put the city in over here. The Astral Rift just comes out and runs it over. We'll go city up here then. Surround Skarsnik. Giant King's Remnants. I see the fallen empire of Merida, and my heart aches for what my kin have lost. Endless corridors and districts. Some mining essence and some fragments. That is amazing. Well, this city's gonna expand down into the mines then. Oh, I thought you had to stay on the zone and burn them. Guess not. Friendship with me was ended, because Umbria wants to die. I guess if everyone wants to attack me at the same time, we're gonna struggle. Hey, you. Declaration of supremacy. 5 war spoils every turn, and no thanks. I'd rather spend those on cannons one day. Air mastery up and running, and we pass. Day 20. A precious opportunity. An old prospector covered in dirt hails you. He keeps a pouch close to his chest. The prospector's voice is gravelly and his enthusiasm unbridled. So ye be the forge keeper. Turns into a pirate. We could send the miners to build up an obelisk. No thanks. Added plate, construct a stone spirit. I think a stone sphere would be nice. This also is pretty good. Let's get the stone spirit. Cost us mana. Hooded figure approaches you, revealing herself as an oracle. Those who read the stars in the divination dome. Grand Liberator Apollo has foretold you would arrive in the time of great need. The divination dome has fallen into the hands of a warbreed and his acolytes. Oracle joins you. Yeah, I mean, oracles are crazy. I don't want to spend our Imperium. We get to deal with a Subjugator. Losing 25 morale. Then the enchantment, the Untouchables. It force the oracles to bring forth prophecies. All attacking units suffer misfortune. All defending units gain evasion. All defending units gain precognition. Oh, wow. That's going to be a mess. Well, we're not clearing that anytime soon. Unless we're allowed to come in here and re-explore it to get a different outcome. No. So yeah, we're not gonna be doing that anytime soon. Go clear this magical resource instead. Use a musket? I say no. We've got 2 units that can steal from us though, so we might want to forego the bolt repeater. Blast them. Get those units stolen, it's going to be really unfortunate. Snapshot. Go again. Huge damage. 51. And then you can chuck the net to kill him. Because the unit's gone, I can drop in the bolt repeater here. Have it mess up all of these units at the same time. Understood how much I missed this game. Time to come back to it. Indeed, Craft World Patriot, indeed. Especially if you're getting to use a musket line army. What are you able to do there, Spellweaver? That's annoying. Run to here. Spears next to. Try to ward them. Snapshot. Ward the units. And then defense. We might get one of our units stolen, but hopefully not. Goes for the spears. Fails. That's some chunky damage. Ooh, and a pestilential croc. You're mythic. You avoid melee mage. It's ethereal pass through. No, it's not. No, it is not. Alright then, muskets. Get some dissonance shouldn't drop your damage. Which is good. Last the tier 3. Just a cool 65 damage. We can heal this mage lock, allow them to kill pretty much one of these units outright. Drop here. Crocodile. 45 damage. Raj to kill one more, and we'll see what they try for this final turn here. We can run out and subjugate this unit, let the rest of them kill. Sparkly, but ineffective. Can't get a heavy mage lock shot from here. Alright, well, general advance. Snapshot there and kill, and snapshot here. Not quite. You can run up because of athletics and do the same. Another 43 damage. Incredible. Turn someone into a tier 1 animal. We're going to go ahead and take another real quick break. And then we'll be back for about another, I'd say, 30 minutes to 45 minutes for today. I'm running low on energy, and I need to prepare for our members only stream here a little bit. This update has been so much fun so far, and all I've really played thus far is the Reavers. We've seen that the primal cultures have got a little bit of a rework, so might try another primal culture before too long here. But another 5 minutes, and we'll be right on back. Alright, welcome back. Let's get through another couple turns here, and then we will go ahead and call today's stream. But this will be our active campaign here at Age of Wonders going forward, and we'll have an Age of Wonders stream alongside our Total War each week here. At least we'll try our best. I'm having a good deal of fun with Age of Wonders, and that DLC coming up. Gotta get in good practice. Upkeep reduction sounds nice. Oh, I didn't already grab the... I swore we already had the champion of... Oh, we already do. That's foolish. Yeah, we should have swore we already had this. No, we definitely already have it. Let's pick up extra critical hit chance. On to polymorph just in case anyone gets a little bit too close. Hey, you get to turn into an animal. How exciting. Mine would be nice. We don't really have any options for mines anywhere else. We'll avoid the iron deposit for now. And we'll just pick up a farm. I like right here. Grab Zebra Blossom Orchard. Keep telling us about the signature skill. We just gotta keep ignoring it until we have more Chaos Tomes. We're laying down a road soon. Great, can't take that on. Let's go ahead and keep leveling up. We're after these two first, and we'll work our way down. We might as well just stay over here. Back to the surface with our Magma Spirit. Our Rock Spirit. You go join with our Northern Core. Destroy that Astral Rift. That's not happening anytime soon. So he is taking to the seas. Interesting. So likely to have a town up here. There tends to be really, really small islands on the corners of the map when there's these big oceany maps like this. Alright, day 21. Let's keep clearing down the coastline here. There's another magical material. Occupational hazard. As the troops approach a band of mercenaries, they raise the white flag. That's what you get for becoming mercenaries. I'll attack. A little bit of damage. We can heal it pretty quickly, so it's not that big a deal. Back to the roads, and we'll just keep clearing these nodes. Mastery's ready to go. Excellent. Wouldn't have saved us any damage in that last battle. Gives you glowing eyes, though. Palisades are done here. Hello there, Dragon's Rule. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. You have kind of jumped in and near the end of today's stream. But there will always be VODs up for any of these, so that way if you would like to go back and watch the rest, it's always going to be there. More quarries, or which we missing a second one? We need a second farm. We'll avoid the evil node for now. For now. 100 additional experience from combat, no thanks. Building roads would be nice, but you tend to want to grab it at the same time you get the road walk. Nefarious Axe Tusk. Fair enough, Chief Despeya, Bone Mauler of the Free City Axe Tusk greets you with a wily smile. For your independence for now. We'll be there to take it from you. Oh, you captured the Immortal. We'll dismiss them, but those kind of surprise captures are so nice. I'll resolve this one as well. And gang, I think it's a good time. We'll have ourselves a nice opportunity to start up here in the next episode, our next stream. But thanks so much for stopping by our kind of first look at the Scorpion update. Like I said, we'll continue this campaign for the time being until it's either completed or the Scorpion update is live, and if something happens in this campaign, it's no longer active. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I'll catch you all next time.